This video will show you how to replace your front inside fender liner on this Subaru Outback. This will be located behind your front wheel. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. To remove the right front wheel, safely raise and support the front of the vehicle so the wheel's off the ground. Once you've done that, we're going to continue on to removing all 5 of our 19mm lug nuts. If your vehicle has a locking lug nut, you're going to want to have the lug nut key. Take that key, we're going to rest it on the locking lug nut and turn it one direction or the other until it feels as though it's seated. Now let's remove all 5 of these lug nuts. Now that we have the wheel out of place, we have a clear view of our inside fender liner. We're going to start along the front, just underneath the front bumper. Now from under this area, we're going to start dislodging the fender liner. I like to start by dislodging it from my lower splash shield first. It's held in place with 2 plastic push clips. Now push clips can look different. Generally, you want to start removing the center to unlock them, and then you can remove the outer portion as well. I'm just using a trim tool. You can also use a flat blade screwdriver if necessary. Continuing on, we have several other push clips to dislodge. These are holding the fender liner to our bumper cover. Now we can pause under here and we're making our way back into the wheel well. Start removing some push clips here. Now we're moving up from there. We have another push clip here. We'll make our way towards the corner of our front bumper cover next. Now there is one in the center, but we're going to leave that there and we'll make our way underneath the rear of this next. Take hold of that fender liner and start dislodging it. Now along the rearward side here, we have a push clip just underneath this area. Now we're making our way into the wheel well area. We have several Phillips head screws to remove. That's going to dislodge this trim piece. Just a quick inspection of that and we'll set it aside. Now let's make our way upward. Let's go ahead and take hold of that. Should be able to give it a wiggle. We still have one push clip in the center. Now we're up towards the center. Keep in mind this is the last thing holding this in place. Let's give this a wiggle and slide it out of place. There it is, friend. Now, prior to any installation, we always like to make sure we clean and inspect the mounting areas. I'm going to use some compressed air. It's common to have leaves or debris tucked inside tight areas. I'll use a rag with some glass cleaner. I'm just going to wipe this down, give it a quick inspection. Now it's time to install our brand new inside fender liner. We're going to start with the center. Once we have that aligned, we can install that center push pin. Looking at the body of the vehicle, we can see exactly where this needs to be aligned with. Let's get this aligned. That push pin in there. Now let's move towards the outside here. The fender liner needs to go above the lip of the fender. Go ahead and flex that fender liner as necessary. Now along the front. Now that we have that in place, let's continue on with our push clips. We're making our way along the front first here. We can make sure that things are aligned, insert your push pins, and lock it in. Now we're making our way towards the corner of the front bumper cover. We're making our way in towards the center, right next to our front strut. We'll align this port. Install our push pin. Down next to our ABS wire next. Directly forward from there. Let's make our way underneath the front bumper cover next. Prior to installing any push pins, let's take hold of our fender liner. There's a couple of areas that need to slide up and over our bumper cover. There's one here in the corner. This area goes underneath. This will go over, under, and over. Now we can align our push pin ports and install our push pins. Now, if you find when you attempt to push these in, the bumper cover flexes and it's not going into the port, you may have to carefully reach up inside this area, pull it down. That can be easily done with an angled pick. Now we have the areas where it connects to our splash shield. Now the splash shield is going to have 4 ports. We want to make sure that the fender liner is inside the upper ports. Now let's continue on with the rear of the fender liner. Now along the rearward side, we're going to align our push pin ports. We'll start up along the top area here. Let's make our way down. Now out in this area, the fender liner should make its way on the outside of the fender. Down in this area, let's get our trim panel in place. Just press that behind there first. Now as far as this trim panel, we have 3 Phillips head screws, and then of course on the bottom, we're going to install our push pin. And get this in place. Go ahead and start in all 3 of those Phillips head screws. Once you have them started in, we can continue on to tightening them. We have them all started in. Let's go ahead and snug them up. That one's good. Last one. Double check, confirm it's secured in place. Let's make our way underneath. Down along the bottom, we'll make sure this is aligned and install our plastic push pin. Double check to make sure that's properly secured in place. One last quick inspection in this area and we can reinstall our wheel. Once you have the wheel in place, we're going to tighten all 5 of our 19mm lug nuts. If you do have a wheel lock, of course you're going to snug that as well. We'll get the wheel back on the ground and then we can torque each of these to 90 foot-pounds. We've got the wheel back on the ground. We're going to be torquing each of our lug nuts in a crisscross manner to that 90 foot-pounds. Torqued. Go ahead and remove that key. Okay, friend, we finished the installation of our inside fender liner. At this point, you want to go ahead and take your vehicle for a road test and listen for any odd noises. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.